In Washington, a sharp political dispute over immigration enforcement is now threatening the passage of key government spending legislation. The U.S. House of Representatives recently approved a Department of Homeland Security funding bill, including billions of dollars for agencies such as Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE. The measure passed by a narrow margin of 220 to 207. Despite the procedural victory, the bill has drawn fierce criticism from Democratic leaders who argue that its provisions failed to rein in controversial immigration enforcement tactics tied to the Trump administration's crackdown. Many Democrats in the House say the spending bill lacks meaningful safeguards to limit the authority and actions of ICE, especially after recent high-profile incidents in Minneapolis and other cities that have drawn widespread scrutiny. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democratic Whip Katherine Clark, and Democratic Caucus Chair Pete Aguilar issued a joint statement denouncing the use of taxpayer dollars to fund what they describe as excessive and aggressive enforcement. Taxpayer dollars are being misused to brutalize U.S. citizens, the group said, highlighting outrage over fatal and confrontational encounters involving federal agents. While the broader spending package, which includes funding for the Department of Homeland Security, in addition to other agencies, was approved with more bipartisan support, it now faces a difficult road in the Senate. Lawmakers must act before a January 30 deadline to avert a partial government shutdown. Republican supporters of the DHS funding bill emphasize the need to maintain domestic security and fulfill budget responsibilities after long delays in appropriations. They argue that the legislation ensures continuity for crucial functions, including homeland security, disaster response, and border enforcement. Democrats, however, see the vote as a moment to register strong opposition not only to the lack of accountability for ICE, but also to broader immigration policies advanced by the Trump administration. Some lawmakers have pushed for stricter oversight measures, including body camera requirements for agents, limitations on enforcement tactics, and protections for nonviolent individuals, but most of those proposals were not included in the approved bill. With the Senate expected to consider the package next, lawmakers on both sides are bracing for continued contention over funding for homeland security and enforcement agencies. The outcome could have implications not only for government operations, but for the broader political debate over immigration policy and federal authority.